Okay, going to do a quick video going over today's problem set for numerical expressions. So I'm going to go right here. This is page 49. All right. So it said to draw a model, then to write the numerical expressions. We weren't solving them. We were just writing the numerical expression. An expression is, well, that's the problem, just there's no equal sign. So, for example, 1 plus 1 is an expression. 1 plus 1 equals 2 is an equation. But let's look at A. So what I'm going to do over here, yep, that's the one I'll use. Number 1 says, the sum of 8 and 7 doubled. So the first thing we need to know is the word sum. And we know sum is the answer to an addition problem. So if I'm finding the sum of 8 and 7, and then I'm doubling it. So what I'm going to draw here is I am going to draw this little tool. All right. And I know if I'm doubling, right, like right there, that's 2 times. So if I'm finding the sum, I'm going to do, actually I'll write it down here, 8 plus 7. Okay. The sum of 8 plus 7 is 15. And if I'm doubling that, I'm going to put another 15. So really what I did was 8 plus 7 twice. I'm going to put those in parentheses, and I added it up. So it's 8 plus 7 plus another 8 plus 7 because I'm doubling it, which would be 15 plus 15. But I'm just going to leave it like that because it's not asking me to solve it. So it's 8 plus 7 plus another 8 plus 7. All right, and I just showed up here that it would be 15 plus 15, which we know would give us 30, but it's not asking me to solve it right now. So that would be my numerical expression, 8 plus 7 plus another 8 plus 7. Or we did 8 plus 7, and we could multiply it by 2, because doubling it is timesing something by 2 or adding a copy of itself. All right, so let me erase this. I'm not going to go over all of them. I just wanted to go over a couple of them. So let's look at B. So B here is 4 times the sum of 14 and 26. So you may want to start here by saying, if I'm doing this 4 times, okay, 4 times, I'm going to draw my scaffold again. 4 times, I'm going to make 4 boxes because I'm making 4 copies. It's 4 times what? The sum of 14 and 26. So the sum, if I'm looking here, we know the sum is the answer to an addition problem. So for here, I'm doing 14 plus 26. That's in there. And I'm going to do that 4 times. 14 plus 26. 14 plus 26. And another 14 plus 26. So I'm really doing 4 times. I'm going to move this down. And I'm doing 4 times 14 plus 26. I'm putting that in parentheses because that's what I'm doing first. I have to figure out what 14 plus 26 is, and I'm timesing that by 4, but I'm not looking to solve the problem here. So I'm just setting up so you could do 14 plus 26 times 4, or 4 times 14 plus 26. And that would be, either or would be acceptable, because we know the commutative property of multiplication. You could multiply numbers in any order. So you could multiply the parentheses by 4, or 4 times the parentheses. Let me clear that. Let's go to let's do D. Okay, I'm going to go to D right now. The sum of 3 16s and 2 9s. So the sum once again means I'm adding. So I'm going to be adding what? 3 16s and 2 9s. And I'm going to add the sum of those together. So 3 16s. Well, 3 16s would be the same thing as doing 3 times 16. All right. I'm going to add that together plus 2 times 9. So that would be my expression there. Or, the long way would be, if I'm doing the sum of 3 16s, would be 16 plus 16 plus 16. And I'm going to add that to 9 plus 9. And if I was showing with my model, it's 3. This would be 3 16s and 2 9s. All right, so that is D. I'm going to, I don't want to clear all the contents. All right, let's erase this. We'll do one more. Let's do letter C. So C, the 3 times the difference between 37.5 and 24.5. So here the difference means we have to subtract, all right? So if I'm going to do 3 times, I'm just going to write it up here, 3 times, okay? 3 times what? The difference between 37.5 and 24.5. So I have to subtract 37.5 minus 24.5. And since I have to do that first, I'm going to put that in parentheses because I need to find out what the difference is between these two amounts, and then I'm going to times it by 3. Or you could flip it around. You could flip it around and do 37 and 5 tenths minus 24 and 5 tenths and times that by 3. Either or. All right. So that's what are those, 3 or 4. So that was just a couple problems on today's problem set. Hopefully this helped. Let's go back to main screen.